So, you want to buy your first car. That is excellent. But how? Like, what should it be? A Civic, Miata, or Mustang? First car means a lot. It means freedom, having fun, excitement, and most people regret their first car because they rushed it. But I'm gonna be listing some tips that will help you a lot when deciding and buying it. So first, if you talk about the first actual car, it has to leave a good first impression. It will be your first one after all. You're gonna drive it around a lot, take corners, 3 a.m. runs just for fun. So considering that, we wanna look for one that is reasonably reliable, cheap, depending on the budget obviously, appealing look, optional, and I'm gonna be talking about the optional part just in a bit, somewhat economical too, and maybe some modding potential if you wanna get into that scene. So by that optional, I mean, you might not find the best looking car straight away as your first car. So don't go finance that fire car as your first car. Your first car should teach you freedom, not monthly stress. Anyways, just go for something that kind of sparks something in you. But before that, you have to decide what your budget is. Think about if you can still afford the car after you buy it. Think about the expenses, fuel, insurance, maintenance, taxes, potential repair costs. Like, don't go straight away buy that car because it looks good and sounds good and it has a big ass engine. Know your budget well. Look for something as healthy as possible mechanically, at least a healthy engine and gearbox. So for example, I hate to break it to you BMW fans, but avoid cheap BMWs at any cost. They will hurt you. I'm not saying BMWs are the worst first cars, but it's just generally better to be extra cautious in this territory. So healthy engine and gearbox at least. Other stuff you might handle yourself if you're a bit handy, but still try to look for one that is as good as possible mechanically. And I strongly suggest that you search up the car's name to see what common problems it usually has, so that you have some knowledge beforehand. Also, don't rush this step. You have to be patient here, or you might end up like this. So anyways, you found one, you meet up with the guy. How do you actually understand if the car is actually healthy and any good to buy? Well, we're gonna need to check some things. First, ask the owner why they even sell the car. Is it because they just want to change the car, or maybe even hiding some problem they don't want to fix? So get a good general physical inspection of the car. Check the paint, wheels, bodywork, especially panel gaps. Those will most likely reveal if the car was previously crashed. And also don't forget to check under the car. It might be leaking. Then lights, interior, electronic, etc. We're gonna need those to see if it has some cosmetic damages or even defects. And check it all carefully, because based on that we can ask for a lower price and save some to our pocket for funsies later. Then pop the hood, check the engine oil, fluid levels, and also now it's a good time to ask the owner how the car was maintained. Start the car cold. Ask them to not warm it up beforehand, cause cold start might reveal some hidden engine problems. You have to listen for rattling or knocking noises, and look for leaks around the valve cover and under the engine. If everything is good, then now it's time for a test drive. Accelerate, brake, get some speed. How does the steering feel? Does it shift gears smoothly? Just understand how the car rides and operates generally. Also check the coolant temp when you're driving, because you don't want to get a car that overheats. Anyways, after the test drive, again check for leaks and smell. If it smells sweet, the car probably burns coolant. And yeah, those will mostly do it. But if you want to be a bit more careful, I will suggest you get an OBD scanner from Amazon to see if the car has any hidden faults. And if you're unsure about the engine, like for BMWs for obvious reasons, get an engine compression test too. They're usually fairly priced and will check if the engine holds a good vacuum, which will easily reveal if the engine is neglected, abused, cooked or not. And by the way, I already made the checklist for you to print, which you can find in the description. Okay, you checked everything, it's all good, you bought it. What now? I mean, congratulations, you just bought your first ever car. From now on, I would just go out there and have some fun, drive around however. But before that, consider doing a maintenance. If the car is serviced like almost recently, you can skip this step, but if otherwise, just change the oil, filters, etc. to be extra safe. Also, don't forget to wash the car. If you don't know anything about how to maintain a car or even washing it, don't worry, there are plenty of tutorials out there. And please hear me out, your first car isn't supposed to be your dream car. It's supposed to teach you how to maintain it, how to take care of it, how to drive it properly. So don't try to impress anyone with it, just enjoy every single drive.